Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I tinker with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. This video also has tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. So, thank you very much for watching. Here we are, folks. About to put this thing the rest of the way together. Get cracking. We're going to start off by putting these kerplinky subframe bushings over here on the other side. Then we're going to hook up the wire harness, hook up the exhaust, change the rotors, pads, get this gooseneck on, hook up the turbo piping. Got a full 4 hours ahead of us. We got 3 of these bushings in. Going to show you how to get the last one in. First thing you want to do, get something under the car so if you pull this down, it don't fall down too far. So we got a transmission jack or whatever you're gonna, big jack. So you see the bushing is way out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bolt out so I can slide this spacer up in here. Doesn't really go in well without this spacer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bolt out. I'm gonna jack that up so this bolt can catch after I set the spacer there. It's a little harder on the driver's side because the driver's side has 2 pins in there. So I set the recess portion down, set that in place, jack this up, close up that gap. Now if you got enough to use the driving tool, that's great. If not, just use the washer from the subframe. Had that washer here a second ago. Let me find it. If you can get enough meat on there with the driving tool, that'd be great. Use it. But our bolts don't seem to be long enough to grab any threads with the driving tool. So I'm using the washer from the subframe bolts. Put it up in there. As I said, I got the spacer up there. I ain't even got any grip on it there. I'm gonna have to raise this up a little higher with the jack. Close that gap. So I should be able to get the bolt up in there now. Grab some teeth on it. You don't want to strip your bolt, mess up your bolt or your receiver by not having enough teeth. Now I'm gonna drive it up in there with this impact gun. You'll get to watch it go up in there. When you see it sit flush, probably should stop there. Bring it back down, get the spacer out, and you're good to go. Had a hard time getting that gooseneck on that steering. Had to take it loose from the inside, and now we're like a ½ inch away. So now we're going to raise the subframe the rest of the way up with the subframe bushing bolts. Then we should be able to get that linkage all hooked back together. And we're going to put these 14s here. So let's get this cracking. Got the bearing out on this side. Getting ready to put a new one in. I put a little axle grease in there so I can get it out later. Then we're going to put the axle in, new rotor, and put the anti-sway bar end links on. We missed the bolt on the other side, so we're cutting that off, and then we'll do that side. We are moving right along. Got the anti-sway bar end links in, new control arms. We put the drain plug in the transmission. We loosen the fill plug so we can fill it from up top. Both sides got the axles in. Transmission mount. That thing has the poly bushing, maybe from IPD. We put one up there at the firewall too, looking for the 12mm for these lines, transmission lines. Need to bolt that in. I plugged that in. We're getting ready to drop the wire harness down in here. We got that charcoal canister line run under here in the clips. We got to get this fuel line hooked up. We got that little fuel pressure regulator hose connected on that. Bridge that. We had to cut that. Got those lines clipped in there. We are running and gunning. And we got the downpipe bolted in. We got to get that O2 sensor back in here. Bleeding the clutch and the brake. Got about 9 psi on that thing. I came over here. I'm on this one. I cracked that open. Man, look at all that dirt in that line. And that caliper. See a bunch of stuff floating in there. So we're going to let that run until the fluid starts coming out clear. And then we're going to pull the hose off of it and do a fluid test. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just see a bunch of dirt rolling down through this line. It's crazy. Here we go, folks. We are ready to put coolant in, ready to put oil in, ready to hook up a couple of charge pipes for the rib kit. We did the fan mod, and we're going to be ready to fire this puppy up. It's going to be loud because we ain't got no full exhaust on it yet. We only got the downpipe, but hey, we ready to fire this thing up. So the only thing I could think that we need to do is hook up the charge piping and add liquids. It's got a tune from Aaron around here in the box somewhere. There it is. Yeah, boy. Oh, we got to put this upper engine mount on. I think Mike's doing that. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.